All right, listen up. If your current fat loss strategy is walking on a treadmill while staring at the screen like it owes you results, we need to talk. In this video, we break down 5 exercises that burn serious belly fat without endless cardio. Real research on thousands of people shows you can trigger faster fat loss in just weeks when you train the right way, instead of grinding for months doing the same boring routine.
All right, first exercise, kettlebell swing. And this one is a monster for burning calories. A lot of people underestimate it because it looks simple, but done right, this thing can burn around 20 calories per minute. Do the math. 20 minutes can push you close to 400 calories. That is roughly the same energy burn as running a mile in 6 minutes, except here you are training power, hips, and core at the same time. So while some people are jogging slowly, staring at the treadmill timer, you are turning your body into a furnace. Now, this is not just gym bro hype. A study from the University of North Texas had participants perform 12 rounds of kettlebell swings with 30 seconds of work each round. The result was a significant spike in growth hormone and testosterone. Those two hormones play a huge role in fat metabolism, especially around the belly area. Translation, your body becomes much better at mobilizing stored fat instead of just storing more of it. And here's where it gets interesting. When you finish the workout, the calorie burn does not just stop. Your body keeps consuming oxygen and energy to recover. That process is called excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or EPOC. In simple terms, the workout is over, but your metabolism keeps running like a car engine that is still hot. You are literally burning extra calories while doing nothing. Now let's talk technique, because this is where most people mess it up. Place the kettlebell about 30 to 45 centimeters in front of you. Stand with your feet slightly wider than hip width and turn your toes slightly outward. The key rule, this is not a squat. This is a hip hinge. Push your hips back like you are closing a car door with your glutes. Keep your knees slightly bent about 15 to 20 degrees and maintain a straight back. Grab the kettlebell, swing it back between your legs, then explode your hips forward. The power comes from the hips and glutes, not the arms. Your arms are basically just hooks holding the kettlebell. If you're new, start with a weight around 12 to 16 kilograms, heavy enough to challenge you, but not so heavy that your form turns into chaos.
Now, let us talk about one of the most underrated fat-burning tools in the entire gym, jump rope. Most people see it and think it is just something boxers do or something kids play with on the playground. Big mistake. According to performance data, 10 minutes of jump rope can deliver a similar calorie burn to about 30 minutes of jogging. Think about that. 10 minutes. Not half an hour of slow treadmill marching while watching the clock like you are serving a prison sentence. But the real magic is not just the calories. Jump rope forces your body to coordinate feet, calves, core, and shoulders at the same time. It raises your heart rate fast and keeps your whole system engaged. Here's another reason this exercise is powerful. Jump rope training increases the number and efficiency of mitochondria inside your muscle cells. Mitochondria are basically the engines that burn fuel for energy. The more you have, the better your body becomes at using fat as fuel, even when you are resting. In other words, your metabolism upgrades its hardware. But let me roast a few common mistakes, because you've probably seen them in every gym. Some people jump like they are trying to clear a park bench. Relax. You only need to leave the ground about 1 or 2 inches. Others spin the rope using their entire arms like they're doing some weird windmill dance. The rope should move mostly from the wrists. And then there's the classic posture problem. People bend forward staring at the floor like they dropped their contact lens. Stand tall, chest up, eyes forward. If you are new, start simple. Jump for 30 seconds, then rest for 10 seconds. Do 3 rounds. Use 2 basic styles. The first is the standard basic jump, where both feet leave the ground together. The second is running style, where you alternate feet like a light jog. This builds rhythm, coordination, and endurance without destroying your calves on day 1. Once you get comfortable, you can level up. Option 1, jump for 45 seconds, rest 15 seconds, and repeat for 10 rounds. Option 2 is the classic Tabata protocol. 20 seconds jumping, 10 seconds rest for 8 rounds. Short, brutal, efficient, and extremely effective.
Now we move to the king of strength exercises, the deadlift. This lift is not just about building a big back or thick legs. It is one of the most powerful fat-burning movements you can do in the gym. In a solid training session, deadlifts can burn around 300 calories in about 30 minutes. And unlike slow cardio, the effect does not stop when you leave the gym.
Deadlifts trigger a strong afterburn effect that can last 24 to 48 hours. That means your body continues using extra energy just to recover and rebuild the muscles you challenged. So while someone else finishes a treadmill session and their metabolism drops back to normal, yours is still running like a furnace. Now, let us talk about muscle, because muscle is a metabolic advantage. 1 pound of muscle burns roughly 6 calories per day just by existing. 1 pound of fat burns about 2. That difference might sound small, but it adds up fast. Imagine gaining 10 pounds of lean muscle over time. That alone can increase your daily calorie burn by around 40 extra calories every single day without doing anything. Deadlifts also stimulate key hormones that help with body composition. Heavy compound lifts increase testosterone and growth hormone, which support muscle growth and fat metabolism, especially around stubborn areas like the belly. But here's the catch. Deadlifts only work when your technique is solid. Walk up to the bar and place your feet about hip-width apart. The bar should sit roughly over the middle of your feet. From there, push your hips back and bend your knees slightly, about 15 to 20 degrees. Keep your chest up and your back straight. Take a deep breath and brace your core, like someone is about to punch you in the stomach. Then drive your feet through the floor and lift the bar while keeping it close to your legs the entire time. The bar should almost brush your shins and thighs on the way up. If you are new, keep the program simple. Perform 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions. Focus on clean technique, not ego lifting. 1 to 2 deadlift sessions per week is more than enough to build strength, muscle, and accelerate fat loss.
Now we move to something that looks simple but hits your body like a lightning bolt: sprint intervals. Humans are built with 2 major muscle fiber types, and one of them is called fast twitch fibers. These fibers are responsible for explosive power, like jumping, sprinting, or lifting heavy weight. The moment you sprint, those fibers wake up and demand huge amounts of energy. And the research on this is pretty wild. A large meta-analysis reviewing 75 different studies found that sprint interval training reduced fat 39.59% more effectively than traditional high-intensity interval training. Even crazier, it was about 91.83% more effective than steady moderate cardio, and it required about 60% less time. In other words, you work harder for a short burst and get a bigger payoff. If you are new, do not try to sprint like you are chasing a bus on day 1. Start smart. Warm up for about 10 minutes with light jogging, dynamic leg movement, and some mobility work. Once your body feels ready, begin the intervals. Sprint for 10 to 15 seconds, then walk slowly for 60 to 90 seconds. Repeat that cycle for 4 to 6 rounds. Short, explosive effort followed by full recovery. Once your conditioning improves, you can push harder. Sprint for 20 to 30 seconds, then rest 90 to 120 seconds. Do 6 to 8 rounds. And for the truly brave, there is the famous Wingate protocol. Sprint all out for 30 seconds, then rest 4 minutes. Repeat 4 to 6 rounds. It is brutally hard, but extremely effective.
Now here is the finisher: burpees. Research shows burpees can help preserve about 97% of your muscle mass during fat loss, while traditional steady cardio preserves closer to 78%. That matters because muscle keeps your metabolism high. Burpees combine squat, plank, push-up, and jump in one continuous movement. That means your legs, core, chest, and shoulders all fire together. Option 1, use a Tabata style, 20 seconds burpees, 10 seconds rest for 8 rounds. Option 2, work 30 to 60 seconds, rest 15 to 30 seconds, and continue 10 to 15 minutes. Avoid letting your hips sag, skipping the push-up, or removing the jump completely. So here is the bottom line: kettlebell swings, jump rope, deadlifts, sprint intervals, and burpees. 5 brutal exercises your body actually needs. The hardest movements usually deliver the biggest results. Train them correctly, and that stubborn belly fat will slowly realize it has nowhere left to hide.